And the starting lineups have concluded. So just sit right back and relax. We'll be back. Greetings, everyone. You've got it live on Tuesday night coverage of the NBA on 2K Sports. Alongside Chris Webber and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan, the fourth member of our crew. From the sideline, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. And now a look at Boston's upcoming schedule. On Thursday, they'll host the New York Knicks. Then on Monday, they'll be matching up with Andre Drummond and the Cleveland Cavaliers. We are nearly ready for the tip-off, but first, let's hear from our very own David Aldridge. D.A., it's all yours.
Kevin, thanks. The Celtics' chemistry has made a leap with the addition of Kemba Walker. Walker said it's a team sport. You want everybody to play with joy, play with freedom, and have fun. Kevin, he has truly come to love seeing his team.
David, he has been a great addition. Thanks for that report. Here are the starters for Milwaukee. The backcourt comprised of Bledsoe and Matthews. Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. And it's Lopez in at the 5. And for Boston, Hayward at small forward with Tatum at the 4. Walker and Brown, they're manning the backcourt. And it's Cantor in at the center position. Here's Walker. Nails it from the high post. Walker's got the first points in the scoreboard for the Celtics. Deep benches tonight, Greg, on both sides. This seems to be a growing trend.
You know, teams are digging deeper than ever before, even getting into the two-way contracts that give you depth past your top 15 guys. One, you're trying to protect the investment in your big-ticket items, your franchise-caliber players, but you got to keep an eye on the future in terms of player development. That's another area where the league has really changed when you look at the makeup of these rosters.
And Walker is what we call thirsty. He's thinking of firing as soon as he gets the rock. Great presence of mind from the point guard.
Matthews passes to Giannis. He gets it in there.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you got to bring much faster help than that.
Brown the pass to Tatum. 6 to shoot. Over onto the Kumbo. And the basket by Tatum.
Showing off different dimensions to his game. I mean, Tatum's ability to get it done from there as well is impressive.
Lopez left side. Inside. Middleton. Good on the bucket.
Executing the plan here early. Still haven't missed a shot.
Celtics have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for it to start off this game. Walker the pass to Hayward. Matthews against Brown. And the rejection by Giannis. The shot by Middleton. Wide open. Good, and the assist goes to Giannis. Middleton's got his second basket of the night. And Walker's got the ball here for the Boston Celtics. They trail by 3. Yep, that one goes.
This is the thing about Walker. He will challenge you from the perimeter. He will challenge you inside also.
Pass to Middleton. Back to Bledsoe. Lopez against Cantor. Poked loose. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there.
You too.
We have got to see that sensational mobile one block again.
Some intimidation right away. Got to show those shooters you're going to be there all night long.
And so it's Milwaukee with it. Just 3 to shoot. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Now we have a chance to pay homage to the Eastern Conference Player of the Week, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And the nature of big men in the league has evolved, and he's a perfect example of how valuable a guy like this can be on your team. He's had a tremendous stretch of basketball here lately.
And the Celtics making a change here. Smart's checked in. Tatum with it. Out guarded by Giannis.
Good reading the pick and roll. I like watching Tatum operate and taking what the D gives him.
About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter.
And when talking about Tatum, it's hard not to think back to 2017 when Danny Ainge traded back to 3, essentially choosing him over Markelle Fultz.
Yeah, and now folks are starting to pick it up a little bit, though. He's watching. He's going to be dynamic. But you're right. Certain deals can define a franchise. And Ainge, he's unafraid to take chances.
Bucks passing it around. From about 16. And Middleton, the basket on the assist by Matthews. Middleton's got 7 points. In the corner, Tatum with it. That's good, and he's now 3 for 4 from the field. And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game. First chance of the season for them to go up against this Celtics team.
They take on a team they knocked out of the playoffs last season in the conference semis.
And a new group in for the Celtics. Poirier's checked in. Williams comes in for Tatum. Green is checked in for Jaylen Brown. And Brad Wanamaker subbed in for Walker. DiVincenzo with it. Passes it to Connaughton. The 3 from Hill. He's off on that one. Now the Celtics take it the other way. Smart on the wing. Defended by DiVincenzo. Outside, Green. Yep, it counts. The Bucks have gotten 6 or 7 shots to fall in the first quarter. They're off and running. Now Hill. In the corner, it's DiVincenzo. Milwaukee, no good that time either. And so Wanamaker will bring it up for the Boston Celtics. Pass to Williams. On the wing, Green. Just 5 to shoot. The Celtics need to get a shot off. A baseline J. Rebounded by the Bucks.
With the D playing soft off him, he might have been better off taking it to the hoop instead of settling for the jump.
The Celtics have gotten 7 of their first 10 attempts to fall so far. Excellent pace to their offense. They're running for the finish. The fast break ends at the rim with the jam.
Just focusing on the task at hand. That's all you can do.
Oh, you know what it is. One play at a time. That's got to be the mindset, especially in such a tight game.
The pass to Smart. And it's sent back by Lopez.
Well, Lopez is out there to set the tone defensively. I mean, he's a wily, strong defender who sends shots back with authority.
DiVincenzo gets the bucket.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Here's Wanamaker. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And that concludes a back-and-forth, high-scoring first quarter of play. The Bucks on top. They're up by 3. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. And recently, on the subject of trash talking, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
I like to stay locked in to the game and focus on the game and let my, play and my energy and my effort do the target for me.
Greg, as you always say, different guys intimidate in different ways.
And when you have his level of length, athleticism, and skill, you don't need to say a word.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. When you consider how the Bucks are doing, what do you guys think?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Yeah, how many coaches say, we want to start fast? Now, let's see if they can maintain that intensity.
Williams is out there with Hayward. Then it's Marcus Smart. And it's Wanamaker in at the point. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Celtics. The wide open look here for Lopez. He grabs the miss.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
That's it, and the Milwaukee lead is cut to just 1 point on the basket from Gordon Hayward.
And the poise of Hayward sizes up the D, stops, and pops.
Outside Hill. That's a 2 from Korver. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist. Korver's got the lead up to 3 now for Milwaukee.
Good anticipation on the feed. He knows exactly where to go with that ball.
Has to Wanamaker. Latrey now in the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
You know, I think Williams has a terrific future. A charismatic, likable kid who can be unselfish to a fault.
Timeout called, the Bucks. For your alma mater, UNLV, Greg, has produced some great NBA players over the years. I mean, so many great names.
No doubt about it. Listen, I got a special place in my heart for my former teammates Larry Johnson and Stacey Augmon.
Right.
But also guys like Sean Marion. You go back to Reggie Diaz, who was a tremendous player. And right now in the league, you got Kim Birch, dunk champ Derrick Jones, and up-and-comer in Christian Wood.
Good mention.
And Brown is a reliable threat from mid-range. I mean, effortlessly rising up to the nice-looking jet.
Bledsoe outside. Passes it to Korver. Giannis against Cancer. And to Kumbo. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
They are just killing him on the interior.
And here's Walker. They picked up 24 points in their last one against the Knicks in New York.
It was never all about himself. He came away with a lot of assists in that game and just kind of kept everybody in the mix.
Out to Hayward. Pocket 4. And the shot is good. The Bucks lead has been cut to just 1 on the basket from Brown.
Don't forget about this fella for a second. He is the definition of dangerous.
And I remember a lot of scouts wondered whether Brown could ever become a 20-point-per-game scorer. That question was answered in only his 4th season.
Oh, yeah, it didn't take long for him to answer that question. He did it in a variety of ways. He hit more threes, drew more fouls, did a better job of converting at the rim. And the scary part is, it feels like he's just getting started.
Hayward passes to Cannon. Back to Hayward. And the rejection by Giannis. Milwaukee leading by 3. Outside Korver fires the 3. Good. And it's Giannis picking up the assist. Antetokounmpo's got 4 assists now tonight. So the Celtics called timeout. They're first. They are coming into this having notched a win against the Knicks in their last game.
And you gotta love a team that can maintain its composure on the road, take good shots, and knock them down with confidence.
Yeah, not getting overwhelmed is important. Poise is something that you need to have in order to win on the road.
Boston making a switch here. Green's checked in. And then for Milwaukee, Lopez, who's checked in for Williams. Pat Connaughton comes in for Chris Middleton. And Wesley Matthews subbed in for Kyle Korver. Walker finds Green. Back to Walker. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That's on Brook Lopez.
And with the Celtics entering that win-now mode last season, the acquisition of Walker just made too much sense.
Yeah, he's a proven winner. Dating back to college, Walker's made a ton of clutch shots in his career. GA, as long as he's in Boston, we have plenty of opportunities to continue that.
It's Matthews on the wing, guarded by Green. Lets it fly. And Boston with the rebound. Next step for them, the Knicks coming out here to play. That'll be the latter half of this 2-game homestand. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey guys, if you can believe it, before Jaylen Brown went to the draft, one executive said the Cal Berkeley star was too smart. Brown says when athletes are also informative, it can intimidate. We get pushback for our outside interests. whole shut up and dribble movement is big, and I'm a part of that movement. Guys,
Strong story, D.A. there. Thanks. There's Walker with the three. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Antetokounmpo's got 4 rebounds in this game.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Celtics trail by 5. Pass to Canner. Green with the ball. Eric Bledsoe covering. Green against Bledsoe. Outside, Walker. The 3. Rebound, Milwaukee. Giannis has got his 5th rebound in this one. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. That's on Enes Kanter.
Maybe the most highly skilled big man in our league. Giannis is also one of the most frequently fouled bigs in our game.
And a new group in for the Celtics. Poirier's checked in. Robert Williams comes in for Jason Tatum. Smart's checked in for Brown. And Brad Wanamaker subbed in for Kemba Walker. And then for Milwaukee, Ilyasova's checked in. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Pat Connaughton.
Nice pass. Putting in work on the interior. Gotta love it.
Now here is Hill. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Giannis outside. Banked in off the glass. Antetokounmpo's got the lead back up to 7 now for Milwaukee.
And how about the effort? You didn't think a little contact would prevent Giannis from scoring, did you?
And the first half is now in the books. Bucks lead by 7. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
thanks, Kevin. Chris, you guys were able to get the lead. What was the key to getting all those open shots?
It was just Dennis.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the 3rd quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everyone. That was a combination of everybody and everyone. Everyone. Did you catch that?
I got it.
Yeah, Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. How about that first half, fellas? A competitive matchup for Milwaukee in the first quarter.
The period came to a close with them holding a 3-point lead. And guys, you think about the most athletic point guards in the NBA, Eric Bledsoe, I'd say, is a contender. Some have called him mini LeBron.
I don't know about that, but he has more of a football frame. And look, he's at his best when he's playing downhill.
Yeah, but he's a great defender, Shaq, out of the guard position and rebounder. So that is LeBron-like.
He's not mini LeBron.
You know what I think would be fun if the league should do sometime? Was actually alter the game uphill and downhill. So you could say, ooh, man. And it's just about time now.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. You look at Antetokounmpo in this one. He's been everywhere.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
Yeah, the offense looks crisp, and guys are hitting their shots.
And on the floor for Mike Budenholzer starting the second half. Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. The backcourt comprised of Bledsoe and Matthews. And it's Lopez in at the center. And it's Bledsoe off the drive. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
And there's a level of toughness to Bledsoe's game. He doesn't back down from getting in there and mixing it up with the big fellas.
Bledsoe hits them both. Hey, Greg, if you could coach one team right now, who would it be?
That's a tough one. Clippers, Lakers, Bucks. You know what? I would probably go Lakers or Bucks because you would have an opportunity to coach someone who arguably might be considered the best to ever play the game. Because I think Giannis is trending in that direction, and LeBron obviously already is.
How about a guy like Kemba Walker and coaching the Celtics, having him to do what you want to do on the floor?
He'd be brilliant and Kemba, one of the most underrated leaders in our game. Great human being. And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
We see this all too often. You have to be willing to put it in.
To the paint. That's a two-pointer from Walker. Rebound, Giannis Antetokounmpo. Giannis has got 6 rebounds here tonight. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
You know, we always talk about what a rare talent Giannis is, and it's true. Unrivaled athleticism and versatility.
And the Bucks making a change here. Korver's checked in, and he sinks the second. It's Walker with the ball, bringing it up for the Boston Celtics. 9-point game. Outside Tatum. Third quarter of play with just over a minute and a half gone by. And there it is for him. Tatum's got 8 points.
Refusing to let the defender alter his shot. Tatum's focus and drive, it's what helps him finish hard shots.
Bledsoe against Walker. It's Antetokounmpo on the wing. Rebound Boston. Brown with it. Now defended by Korver. Brown kicks to Walker. Hayward looking over the floor. They double team Walker. Celtics passing it around. And the basket by Tatum.
They're on target from the start of the half. I mean, they're moving well. They're getting some good shots. And that makes them 3 for 4 from the field since halftime.
Middleton finds Antetokounmpo. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. He goes on Jason Tatum. The Bucks shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here.
And talking about last season, this team hit just 74% of their free throws. I'm sure they were hoping for better than that.
Some changes for Boston. Robert Williams comes in for Cantor. And Smart subbed in for Gordon Hayward. And then for Milwaukee, Robin Lopez is checked in for Lopez. Pat Connaughton comes in for Kyle Korver. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Eric Bledsoe. Williams inside. Lopez covering. Clock at 6. Here's Brown. And he gets it to go. Hitting off the back of the rim. He's got 8.
Boy, I tell you, when Brown shoots in rhythm, he shows terrific form, terrific confidence.
And Jason Tatum, he got a lot of the pub last year, and deservedly so. But Jaylen Brown made monstrous strides as well, especially when it came to efficiency. Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the team just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Puts his head down low, drives hard to the cup, and there's no way Smart was going to settle for that.
Middleton outside. Takes a 3. A three-pointer is right on target. Middleton's got 5 points now this quarter. And you look at Brown's field goal percentage and his free throw percentage, Greg, both career highs last season.
And Kev, his shot was never broken. The motion never had to be rebuilt. His problem coming into the league was that he would shoot the ball differently every time. Once he landed on the repeatable mechanics, you could see the consistency start to take form.
Dishes to Lopez. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That's on Jaylen Brown.
Such a tall order inside. When Lopez is attacking, oh man, and trying to score, it sometimes forces the D's hand.
Boston making some changes. Poirier's checked in. And Brad Wanamaker subbed in for Kemba Walker. Milwaukee also making some changes. Ilyasova's checked in, and it's Hill in for Chris Middleton. Poirier passes to Wanamaker. Off target from outside. Bucks leading by 7. There's the pass to Hill. There's 1:17 left in the third quarter. Lopez outside. It's back to Hill. Ripped away. And the call will be against George Hill. That's his first foul. And some changes here for the Bucks. Marvin Williams is checked in for Lopez. And it's Matthews in for Pat Connaughton. Wanamaker the pass to Williams. Smart on the wing. Defended by DiVincenzo. Here's Williams. And good that time.
Just no resistance inside at all. They are feasting. This is a straight buffet.
It is. It's a big one. And load the plate. Hill dishes to Matthews. Left side Williams. The three from Hill. Buries the long-range jumper. Hill's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Celtics trail by 8. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Outside, Smart. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Smart's got 5 points now in the quarter. Here's Hill. Outside Matthews. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Shots continuing to fall as they conclude the third quarter. Both teams putting up points. The Bucks on top, leading by 5. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
This is where the NBA's headed. I mean, multi-dimensional big men. That was just a beautiful pass.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. Our fourth quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. On the court right now for the Celtics, we've got Hayward, so Williams out there, and it's Smart in the shooting guard. And here's Hill, who will bring it up for Milwaukee. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Step back on that one and let it fly. Hill's got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for Milwaukee. Smart passes to Poirier. Back to Smart. Hayward against Matthews. No good on that one. And Milwaukee the other way now. They get to take on the Magic at Orlando after this one. That will conclude their brief 2-game road trip. Hill with it. And the foul on Marcus Smart. That's his first foul. Cantor checked in for Boston. Walker comes in for Brad Wanamaker. Chris Middleton's checked in for the Bucks. Eric Bledsoe comes in for Hill. Drills it from outside. Middleton's got the lead up to 10 now for Milwaukee.
And this is what Middleton does. Hit trades. He's one of the best in the league at helping his team space the floor.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. On a team filled with big wings last year, Walker gave the Celtics a guy with great supreme quickness who could break down the defense when nothing else was there.
And he's that rare commodity, an elite catalyst who doesn't have to dominate the ball to make an impact. It allows room for others to feel empowered out on the floor. It's just one of the many ways Walker makes his teammates better.
Celtics trail by 8. Pass to Hayward. To the middle. Here's Cantor. The basket good off the assist from Hayward.
He's just incredible at understanding the game. Hayward is so good at making the defense pay for leaving guys open.
Second minute off the clock now in the fourth. Now Bledsoe. Now the feed to Lopez. The 9-footer's on the mark. Lopez has got his first basket of the night.
You know, and whenever Lopez is rolling like this, he's tough to contain. I mean, he's solid at converting in the pick and roll.
And Walker kicks to Brown. Walker in the post. Guarded by Bledsoe. Good on that shot. And with that, the Bucks' lead is cut down to just 6 points on the bucket from Walker. Bledsoe outside. Wesley Matthews on the wing. Here's Lopez. That one rolling around and rims out.
I like what he was trying to do, shaking the D with the fadeaway. Tough look.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It goes on Chris Middleton.
Something we saw a lot from Brown as an amateur, the ability to draw fouls and get to the line.
Tatum, he's checked in for the Celtics. Timeout called the Bucks.
Starting.
And now, let's present our New Balance Player of the Game, Eric Bledsoe.
And in terms of his shooting, this has been one of the more accurate performances you'll ever see. I mean, he's been in constant motion, creating a lot of good looks for himself. But still, even when you're wide open, you expect to miss some of the time. That has not been the case here tonight. This guy has made everything.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, guys. Well, Mike Budenholzer had some advice for the team during the timeout. He said, keep grinding. We're in good shape. Things aren't always going to go perfect. Don't let that slow you down. Let's just stick to what got us here. Kevin, we'll see if they can build on this lead.
Middleton for 3. And again, the Bucks miss.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that position.
When we talk about guys with quick twitch athleticism, Tatum isn't that guy. He uses instinct and speed.
Dante DiVincenzo. He's checked in for Matthew. And it's tied up with that one.
Wrong guy to put on the line in the close game. You know he's not going to miss.
Milwaukee's gone downtown 13 times in this game, and they're just over 50%. 7 of 13 on threes. Antetokounmpo, no good. Here are the Celtics with the ball. It's a 12-2 run here. Good pace. Right side to Walker. Shot's good. Brown making the play. Brown's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Passes to DiVincenzo. Back to Antetokounmpo. And the cut by Giannis.
And that move has become second nature for Giannis. Once he establishes position, game over.
And Walker's got the ball here for the Celtics. They lead by 1. To the right side. Kansas finds Tatum. It's thrown by Antetokounmpo. Here's Bledsoe. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. And the Bucks lead by 1. Walker against Bledsoe. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
That's an unfortunate drive of coach crazy. You got to play heads up out there.
Back to Antetokounmpo. And stolen by Tatum. Fires the 3. No good. Shot missing. Milwaukee's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the 4th. Middleton. That one wide left. Here's Boston now. They're on a 15-6 run. The offensive rebound. Kick out to Walker. There's the 3. It's money from deep.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
That's why they put the ball in his hands. They thought they could count on him to make crucial shots.
Middleton outside. Passes it to DiVincenzo. Bounce pass from Bledsoe. Here's Giannis.
And a big-time playmaker. When the game is up for grabs, give the rock to Giannis.
Now a timeout called by Boston. Seconds left to play in the final quarter. From deep, Walker. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
And whenever the game is on the line, Walker is a great option to go to. He just has a knack for burying big shots.
.26 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Hayward against Middleton. From past the arc. No good from three-point territory. Stolen by Kansas. And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now. Again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
That's right. No other option but to foul and put this in this.
And now we've got the intentional foul. So the first one drops, and that gives them a 4-point cushion.
A shoot first point guard who can fill it up in a hurry. That's Walker. And quite simply, he's one of the game's best scorers. You got to just have a sense of calm at the line. He has it here. And he just put the game to bed.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
Yeah, that's what's frustrating because you did the job defensively to get the stop, and then you gave it right back.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. They're up by 3. Just 2 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And they need to stop the clock, so there's a foul.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
It's the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. Second one is good. Being both at the line. It's a 5-point game. Knocks it loose. Stolen by Walker. And so it's the Boston Celtics with the W. Probably a little close. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it. Skyline of Orlando seen here during a gorgeous sunset. What a backdrop for our broadcast tonight. Now let's send it down to David Aldridge Stadium.
Well, Kevin and guys, the NBA is a...
Thanks, David.
And looking at Giannis Antetokounmpo, Shaq, you bestowed him your Superman moniker. What about his game led you to do that?
Well, one, he's dominant MVP who does it on both sides of the ball. He plays with physical force. He's bullying the teams inside. And the fact that he said, nope, I don't want to practice with you superstars. I'm not going to join you superstars. I'm going to do it right here in Milwaukee. Showed a lot of respect. So there, he's Superman.
I tell you what, and I have said, I think he is the modern day Shaq because we don't have a guy that we just go play with the back to the basket, but physically he's dominating on the perimeter much the same way you did on the interior.
Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Matthews and Middleton the 2 wings. And it's Bledsoe in at the point guard. And for the Magic, at the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. Fournier out there with Markelle Fultz. And it's Isaac in at the 3. Back to Fultz. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo. Bledsoe left side. Over Fultz. Shot's good by Bledsoe.
It was good to see Bledsoe, to me, working in his jump shot, showing that he's more than just a guy who wants to get to the rim.
And Shaq, you know about getting buckets inside, but it also is great to see those guards who can also score when they get inside with bigger players. Who comes to mind of guys that would take it in against big guys like you?
Well, if you're talking power, you got to go with Russell Westbrook, John Morant, Zach LaVine. Now, if you're talking finesse, you're talking Steph Curry, Kyrie Irving, and my main man, Kemba Walker.
Yeah, I think that's a great list to have. Those are guys that they show you can do it a variety of ways, right? You can be physical, you can play above the rim, but you can also hit them with the smitty and play below the rim.
6 on the shot clock. And they get it, and it's laid in by Fultz.
You know, Fultz handles contact really well for a young player. Excellent at staying under control and then finishing through the contact.
Bledsoe outside. Back to Antetokounmpo. Isaac with the steal. No one near Fultz as he lets it go. Bangs home the trifecta. Fultz has got 5 now.
And you got to guard Fultz from this spot. I mean, when he has the space to fire from deep, he makes the defense pay.
Shaq, having played for 19 years, you went head-to-head with some of the all-time greats. Who stands out as the toughest opponent you ever faced on the floor?
Let me see, Alonzo Mourning for my first couple years. When I made it to the big times, it would be Akeem Olajuwon, Tim Duncan, David Robinson when I got to the West Coast. And there was a gentleman by the name of Yao Ming. And for guards and wingmen, let's see, Jordan, LeBron, Allen Iverson, Greg Anthony, Plastic Man, Stacey Hoffman. And
Way back machine.
You got to throw Larry Johnson in that mix, too.
Some UNLV taste to
Yes,
it.
I do.
For some
Love
of
it.
these incredible names you just rattled off. This is his first free throw of the game. He misses the free throw.
And the length and speed of Fultz makes him deadly. Excellent at shooting the ball and a super aggressive defender.
And the Magic making a change here. Bomba's checked in. Dante DiVincenzo. He's checked in for the Bucks. Bledsoe passes to DiVincenzo. Back to Bledsoe. And the layup's good off the glass. Bledsoe's got his second basket of the night.
Really hard to corral Bledsoe when he's playing with that unbridled energy. He's understated, but always aggressive.
Outside Fournier. A three-pointer off the mark.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Shaq, you were the league MVP in 2000. Some discussion about what defines an MVP. Stats, wins, leadership. What do you think?
To me, numbers don't really tell the whole story. I just think you got to have the effect of winning on your whole team, your community, the arena. You just have to, display it night in and night out.
A dominance, right, that just touches everything.
A dominance.
It's still just unfathomable that man only has one
I
MVP.
can't get over that. I know. There are a couple
Shocking.
guys like that in NBA history. With one. How can you have one?
I don't know.
Shaq's more emotional than I recall. Well, jumper. A shot, no good. So Milwaukee will take it the other way. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with Boston.
Yeah, I mean, on the road, their defense was just overrun. Couldn't match the intensity of the opponent, and it cost them.
And you know what, guys? It just seemed like they never really had the kind of energy necessary. They just weren't comfortable on the defensive end.
And now the first timeout called here for the Magic. They are coming into this having notched a win against the Knicks in their last game.
And that one was all about offensive execution, running your plays, picking your spots.
Yeah, not deviating from the game plan is critical. You've got to trust in the system.
For the Magic, Terrence Ross is checked in for Isaac. Michael Carter-Williams comes in for Evan Fournier. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Markelle Fultz. Shaq, you were such a prolific scorer back in the day. Right now, if you needed just one bucket to seal a game, who would you want taking that shot?
Well, that has to be my favorite player, Steph Curry. If he's on the injury list, I'm going to have to go with James Harden. Younger Steph Curry, big Trae Young. Luka Doncic is right after Trae Young. Russell Westbrook is pretty good. Oh, you know what? I'm sorry, Mr. Kevin Durant. I'm sorry, Mr. Kevin Durant. I apologize.
And a chance to check out some stats for Gordon. Last year, getting it done. Last season, put up about 14 points a game, 7 rebounds, and 3 assists. And you can't downplay the importance of good size off the bench.
Space invader, a big guy who simply holds his ground and makes opponents work around him. That's good stuff.
The Magic trail by 7. 58 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here's Bamba. And the rebound goes to Lopez. Bucks have gotten 6 or 7 shots to fall in the first quarter. They're off and running. To the inside. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively.
Here's Connaughton. And another 3 for Milwaukee.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
And to battle back, they've got to shore up the defense. I mean, there's no other way to come back from a deficit unless you play good defense.
Now here is Hill. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's going to be on Aaron Gordon.
You know, the former late first-round pick Hill has really developed into a reliable shooter and wing defender. He's got good speed, gets to the rim with ease, and passes the ball well, too.
Shaq, thanks for coming by. Entertaining as always. Happy to have you on the program. You have an open share anytime you want to join us.
Anytime, Kevin. My pleasure. Whenever you guys need me, just give me a call. If I'm not doing Icy Hot, Krispy Kreme, or the Journal Insurance, you just give me a call.
Other than that, you'll be free.
Yeah, I'll be free.
That's good to know. So it's Milwaukee with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a close. They've excelled in the open court. Their transition game has allowed them to build this healthy lead.
Definitely the game will slow down a lot for me. I'm able to know where my team is going.
Well, Greg, that might be why they put up so many points. They all know the roles. They've got the right recipe for everything they want to do on offense.
Yeah, his awareness plus unselfishness puts defenders in a no-win situation.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for Milwaukee.
It looks like they're ready to run, fellas. I mean, they haven't hesitated at all to get out on the break so far.
Yeah, and one thing, Clark, I've noticed is how quick their hands have been tonight. Thanks to that, they've gotten a lot of points off of turnover.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. Setting the floor for the Bucks. They got Kyle Korver. Hill is out there with Robin Lopez. And it's Ilyasova in a power forward.
You know, that's what you want out of your point guard. Hill is really doing a nice job getting the ball from side to side and not hesitating at all in doing it.
In last season, just some phenomenal shooting numbers for George Hill. Clark, you know him well from your days in Indiana.
I certainly do, and have great admiration and respect for George. He's a business-like pro. He's the epitome of what it is to be a pro. Consistent work ethic, understands himself, always looking to improve, knows his role, and has always had a calming and stabilizing influence on every team that he's played with.
Ross gets to Carter Williams. Yep, that one goes in there.
Carter Williams is a wily, wiry athlete. He finishes well through contact. There's little you can do short of fouling him to keep him from making these shots.
Pass to Korver. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. That three off the mark. The Magic trail by 14. Ross passes to Vucevic, and the shot goes in.
Ross has earned his reputation as a team-first guy. Excellent at distributing the ball.
And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game.
And Clark, you can see Nikola Vucevic following the trend of many other centers in our league. He's incorporating that three-point shot into his arsenal.
Well, how about these numbers, Greg? I mean, Vucevic was taking over 4 threes a game. That's like a perimeter player on some teams. I mean, he shoots a respectable clip from that range, but I think it's part of just trying to keep other centers honest as to why he shoots that many.
Fournier against Matthews. Vucevic to the pass to Fultz. Got it. And he's now 3 for 5 from the field.
Yeah, they've raised their shooting percentage in this quarter, and they're starting to get on track.
And they're starting to heat up is what they're doing. They're on fire. I mean, that's what they need to climb back into this game.
Middleton looking it over. The pass to Williams. 4 on the clock. Good, and the assist goes to Middleton. Williams has got his first bucket in this one.
How about the court vision of Middleton? Just so good at finding the open man.
Bledsoe against Fultz. Outside Fournier. Down low, here's Vucevic. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Vucevic has got 4 points in the quarter.
Yeah, field goal percentage above 50 now. Their offense is starting to show.
And, you know, that's a really good sign. I mean, they stumbled out of the gate, but they're starting to look a little better now and regaining some ground.
And that one drops for him. Giannis has got 9 points.
As the game has gone along, they've gotten more and more aggressive on the backboard.
Well, it's paid off with a greater rate of second chance hoops. I mean, great effort to build this lead on their part.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, it's a misnomer that in the era of three-point shooting, people don't want anyone to take mid-range shots. Many of the league's elite players still thrive there. Kawhi Leonard is one, and he explained how. He said it's hard to defend guys that shoot twos. Once you get to the playoffs, it becomes a half-court game. Teams won't allow you to take wide-open shots or threes. Guys, back to you.
DA, thank you. A lot of teams with a lot of new players, Greg, this time of year can be a real challenge to mesh.
No doubt, you know, getting everybody on the same page sometimes, it can take time. And then you have to build that trust. Weathering the storms together will obviously help you do that.
I think Middleton is absolutely dynamic when he's involved in the pick and roll. He's really skilled at his decision making. He knows when to pass and when to shoot.
Isaac against Middleton. Back to Fournier. This one for three. A rebound by the Bucks. Antetokounmpo's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Middleton outside. Steps back and fires. And there are the Bucks with another bucket.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on.
Fultz, no good.
Well, you know, stopping him is never easy to do, but the defense was strong there.
Antetokounmpo with the ball. And guarded by Vucevic.
And, you know, at almost 7 feet tall, Antetokounmpo is dangerous down inside, really. I mean, the defense has to be physical with him if they want to have a chance at preventing him from scoring in the paint.
Orlando making some changes. Bamba is checked in for Vucevic. Carter Williams comes in for Isaac. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Markelle Fultz. And then for Milwaukee, Ilyasova's checked in. And it's Pat Connaughton in for Eric Bledsoe. They need this. And no good. Great D that time from Giannis. Bucks leading by 19. DiVincenzo with it. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Giannis outside. Drops in the layup for 2. And the Bucks lead by 21.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
Giannis Antetokounmpo, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for Milwaukee. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to... And that's all we have for now. Tell the...
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You look at Antetokounmpo, and this game has been everywhere.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
Yeah, you know what? I think he's doing exactly what he has to do. Using his body, shaking off contact, and then finishing at the rim.
At the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. Fultz is out there with Evan Fournier, and it's Isaac in at the 3. That's who's out there for Orlando. They grabbed their own miss. Here's Antetokounmpo. No luck, they battled on the glass, but couldn't knock it down. Outside Fournier. Gordon finds Isaac. Now here's Gordon. Here's Vucevic. Good D by Lopez.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it. Gritty and rough. But that's how you win games.
Giannis, no good.
Offensively, the struggles continue. 0 for 5 to start the half.
Isaac against Middleton. Isaac passes to Vucevic. And it's good for 2. Vucevic has got 6 points.
Comfortable operating near the basket. Vucevic has size plus touch. That's a nice recipe for scoring in multiple ways.
And although the passes aren't flashy by any means, Nikola Vucevic, a very effective playmaker at the pivot.
And Vucevic is very calm when pressed. Reads the defense well and makes the simple but impactful pass. Great in dribble handoffs. It's a big reason he averages almost 4 assists a game.
Here's Fultz. A rebound by the Bucks.
Well, you know, this is what happens. You can't afford to lose concentration even for a nanosecond.
It's hauled in by Gordon.
You know, guys, you can tell he wants to contribute more, but his teammates have picked up the slack for him. That's what being on the team is all about.
Ross is checked in for the Magic. The Bucks also changing it up. Williams comes in for Giannis Antetokounmpo, and it's Korver in for Chris Middleton. Matthews against Ross. Back to Vucevic. On the wing, Isaac. Ross against Matthews. Releases from 15. That one doesn't drop. The Bucks go the other way with it. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. And here's Bledsoe. Outside Matthews. Bledsoe against Fultz.
Well, just cannot buy a bucket, guys. I'll tell you what, that's a painful quarter for him, and it's painful for me to watch, too.
No good on the shot. Good D by Matthews. And Bledsoe, here we go. Here's Lopez. Plays it up and banks it in. Lopez has got 5 points now this quarter.
Because of that big body and 7-foot frame, Lopez a handful to keep off the glass.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And the Bucks with possession here. And here's Williams now. He'll bring it up for Milwaukee. They lead by 24, their biggest margin. Wesley Matthews on the wing. Top of the key. And he overshot that one, missing. The Magic have gone only 1 of 5 from the field since halftime. Very slow start offensively. It's stolen by Korver. And up the court come the Bucks on the break. Offensive rebound. Second shot opportunity. And Matthews gets it to go. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for Milwaukee.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
They've worked hard tonight at crashing the boards as well. They've had a bunch of second chance points.
Now a timeout called by Orlando. If you go step in a time machine, what would you like and dislike about playing in this here at this time?
Well, no doubt about the tempo and the spacing. I think that more than anything allows for the true skill and artistry of the game to be on display. I probably wouldn't want to get switched onto Embiid down low. I would probably dislike that and let it be known vociferously.
But I always pictured you as being fearless, like you would never turn down that kind of challenge.
I wouldn't turn it down publicly.
Hill kicks to Ilyasova. Here's Connaughton. The kick out to Lopez. Shoots over Bamba. And that one's good by Lopez. Lopez has got 6 points.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass. How about that wonderful floater he has, showing off an exquisite touch.
Pass to Connaughton. Now Ilyasova, defended by Gordon. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And Ross with the slam.
Hey, stay woke on Terrence Ross now, one of the most athletic players in the game. Don't sleep on him.
There's 37 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Passes to Connaughton. Now Ilyasova. Over Gordon. Here's Lopez. It's rebounded by Carter Williams. The Magic trail by 21.
Let's go.
Here's Augustine. He dishes it to Gordon. And stolen by DiVincenzo. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. The Bucks on top. And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. Magic shooting 43% from the field. And Milwaukee, looking at who they've got, Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Hill. And it's Ilyasova in at the 5. Bucks leading by 21. To the paint. Here's Giannis. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Hey, you know, in the age of analytics, there's a ton of talk about player efficiency these days. And as we can see by Antetokounmpo's performance tonight, his efficiency, extraordinary.
Outside Fournier. A three-pointer, no good.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
DiVincenzo kicks to Middleton. Pass to Hill. Greg, it's pretty typical for players of the past to talk about current players and say they may have struggled had they played when I played. What do you think of that line of thinking?
You know, I just don't agree with that. And I think we all do that. We all feel like our era was the best. I had the same thoughts being passed my way when I first came into the league.
I'm sure.
The reality is these guys work just as hard as guys worked back in our era. They just have more understanding of what their value is. And in a lot of ways, they've got more courage to speak out because, you know, let's face it, they're more of a bullseye on their back in today's era with social media than we've ever seen before.
That is true. And it goes down 2 points.
He's just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Brown outside. And here's the fast break. Carter Williams leading the way. The pass to Isaac. Ball's knocked loose. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Ilyasova for the Magic. Vucevic comes in for Gordon. And Markelle Fultz is subbed in for Carter Williams. The Bucks also changing it up. Brook Lopez is checked in for Williams. Matthews comes in for Brown. And it's Eric Bledsoe in for Hill.
Boy, hard to say too much about the craftiness of Vucevic's game. I mean, oftentimes, because he's so clever and so good at drawing fouls, he just toys with defenders.
And both free throws good for Vucevic. And it's Bledsoe with the ball for Milwaukee. We're playing host to Toronto for the next one. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. Greg, you played against some terrific players, including the late, great Kobe Bryant. I'd love to hear your thoughts on playing against Kobe.
I mean, his passing is still tough, I'm sure, for many to deal with because he was just taken from us at such a young age. But this guy was a ferocious competitor and someone who showed us in life and in tragedy that you need to make the most of every moment that we have here. You know, I just appreciate it to really the fans getting to know Kobe once his career was over, because I think he was able to let his guard down a little bit and show us a lighter side, a more compassionate side.
That is an excellent point.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Antetokounmpo's checked in for Milwaukee. Chris Middleton comes in for Kyle Korver.
You know, one of the things I'd like to see Bledsoe improve on is his passing. Other than that, I think his overall game is pretty solid.
Fournier's shot is off.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
Stolen by Bamba. Now Fultz. Over Bledsoe. Here's Vucevic, and he lays it straight in.
Establishes position with the strong base. You got to box out Vucevic better than that.
To the inside. And Brook Lopez, the bucket on the assist by Middleton. That's 7 points for Brook Lopez.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Well, the defensive rotations have been a step slow, and it's really helped them get that ball inside time after time.
Milwaukee has gone to three-point range 7 times tonight, knocked down 5 of them. Antetokounmpo inside, guarded by Fultz. That one falls.
You know, I think it's critical that Bledsoe shoots with confidence off the catch. I mean, I like that mentality.
Bledsoe against Fultz. Pass to Bamba. Here's Vucevic. Back to Bamba. From down in the low post, it goes. Bamba's got his first points of the game.
Boy, Vucevic, so solid in all fundamentals of the game, and really an outstanding passer for a big guy.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That one on Vucevic. Greg, last season was kind of a rough one, very turbulent for the NBA. The China controversy, the passing of David Stern, Kobe Bryant, and finally the COVID pandemic. Other than that, it was kind of uneventful.
Yeah, I mean, an incredibly tough year.
Wow.
You know, you just go back to March, and who would have ever thought we would go through what we went through? And you talked about all the other issues, David Stern and Kobe both passing. You know, I'm just hopeful we get a return to normality, because that sounds pretty good right about now.
It sure does. Marvin Williams has checked in for the Bucks.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for Milwaukee.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And so with this, they'll end up with their second win on the year.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this 4-game season series.
And it will be a fight. When you see an opponent that many times, it's inevitable that those games take on a little extra added meaning for the player.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
You have to love the way that he was closing out on defensive trips. He would always body up, and it's why he ended with so many boards.
Well, this one is winding down now. Milwaukee can watch the clock run out. Hill looking around. Augustine with the steal. So no problem for Milwaukee as they get the win. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the match.
All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Clark Kelly. Let's a look at our setting tonight. The picturesque city of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Welcome. Hey, Dave.
Hey, Kevin.
Very dangerous indeed. David, thanks. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out east already. We are in December. Taking a look at Toronto. They like where they stand right now, perched in that topmost position. And checking out Milwaukee, 3 games behind.
And for the Raptors, they're not an opponent any team wants to see on their schedule. They've been producing all season long. And guys, I don't see them slowing down anytime soon.
We figured that by this point in the season, they would have separated themselves from the pack. They've done that and more.
Here are the 5 for the Raptors. We've got Anunoby. Lowry out there with Terrence Davis. And it's Ibaka. And it's Boucher in at the power forward position. And for Milwaukee, Matthews and Middleton, the 2 wings. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. And it's Bledsoe in at the point guard position. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. So we've seen some head coaching changes, Greg. We're early in the season. How long does it take to fully implement, do you think, a new system with a new coach?
You know, it's a tough question, Kevin. It really can depend on how difficult or complicated the system is. But all things being equal, the experienced teams often learn faster because they just understand the game better.
Davis finds Boucher. From outside the arc. And it's Davis missing. Giannis passes to Bledsoe. Kumbo against Lowry. Bledsoe for 3. And it's out of bounds to the Bucks as Milwaukee retains possession. Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Here's Antetokounmpo.
So strong. Giannis has really added some bulk since entering the league. Helps him absorb the contact.
Toronto's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
That's his 2nd foul of the first quarter, and they may want to sit him for a while to avoid number 3.
Marc Gasol's checked in for Chris Boucher. Matthews left side. Antetokounmpo against Ibaka. Tries again. Tries yet again. Trying to get open as Lopez. Missed it, even after all those chances.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Pass to Gasol. Matthews against Davis. Outside Lowry. Shot clock at 6. Offensive rebound. Gasol. And the rejection by Giannis. And now another look at that mobile 1-block defensive performance.
And early in a game, these sorts of plays really can set the tone.
Outside Lowry. 5 on the clock. Here's the teardrop.
They're trying to get going here, but that's an offer for the first 5 here to start the game.
Bledsoe for 3. And Giannis throws it down.
And with his length and explosiveness, it's never a surprise to see Giannis get points on the offensive glass. Great nose for the ball.
So, timeout called here, the first for Toronto. They put up a nice win against Detroit the last time out.
Yeah, I think they prepared to face more defensive pressure in that one. Didn't happen, and boy, they just rolled.
They came in focused and ready to play, and despite facing little resistance, they never pulled back.
And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Now here is Davis, coming off a stellar performance against Detroit.
And the offense early on limited to just jump shots.
Drills the three-pointer.
Just another part of what makes Gasol so special, the vision to locate the open man.
Strange to see Marc Gasol shooting from outside. His game grade wasn't always like it is now.
I mean, Gasol has added a 3 to his game in the last seasons with Memphis, and it was an immediate success. He became a functioning stretch 5. Early in his career, he's more likely to drag you to the block and just bruise you more than anything else.
Here's Lowry following the basket by Giannis. Anunoby kicks to Ibaka. Matthews with the steal. 3-on-3. Bledsoe for 3. Gasol with the rebound. Raptors trail by 5. Anunoby passes to Ibaka. Outside for Lowry. Here's Anunoby. But they recover it. Knocked away. Stolen by Bledsoe. Comes up. And the jam by Bledsoe.
And it's been this way all night. When Bledsoe gets into a groove, he can be prolific.
And here's Lowry. He'll bring it up for Toronto. They're getting their first look of the season at the Bucks in this one.
Yeah, an interesting history between these two. I mean, last year they were swept by this club in the regular season, but rebounded to take them down in the playoffs.
Dante DiVincenzo. He's checked in for Milwaukee. And then for Toronto, Rondae Hollis-Jefferson. He's checked in for Ibaka. Norman Powell comes in for OG Anunoby. And it's Fred VanVleet in for Kyle Lowry. And Toronto has possession. Raptors trail by 7. 1:27 left to play in the first quarter. VanVleet. Lopez with the steal. Bledsoe looking around. Pass to Giannis. And the jump by Giannis.
And how about the initiative there from Antetokounmpo? Excellent at seeing lanes to the basket and then just taking advantage.
Toronto's gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. Davis up top, defended by DiVincenzo. There's Hollis-Jefferson, and the rejection by Giannis. Hollis-Jefferson, good. 44 seconds left to play in the first. Milwaukee leading by 7. To the middle. Here's Giannis. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
And we talk about Antetokounmpo's all-around skills, and tonight it's been about the scoring. He's put this offense on his back.
Oh, here's VanVleet. He had 16 points in the win against Detroit.
And he didn't take any plays off at the defensive end. I mean, he wound up with 4 steals on the night.
The shot's good from Gasol. Bucks have gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter. Now here's Bledsoe. 9 points last game. Back to Antetokounmpo. Stolen by VanVleet. And here's the fast break. Goes it up high.
And that's how you do it, guys. Ball pressure and then get some runouts.
Got it off in time. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. Giannis Antetokounmpo, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving. And earlier we got a few words from Marc Gasol regarding his football.
The way he plays defensively, you know what he stands for.
And of course, Gasol and Leonard won the championship together in 2019. Largely, Greg, because of their ability to play defense and get stops.
And 2 former defensive players of the year on the same team. That's going to be your foundation. But both guys were tremendous at the other end as well, albeit in different ways.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Bucks, guys.
You could see they were well prepared defensively coming into this one.
Yes, what they do, they take away the things that teams like to do offensively, also keeping them out of sync.
So the Raptors 5 right now. You've got Fred VanVleet. Marcus Saul is out there with Chris Boucher. Then it's Rondé Hollis-Jefferson. And it's Powell in at the 2 spot.
Long-range shooting, a big part of Hill's offensive game.
Raptors trail by 8. And here is Powell. And he also played a big role in that last game with Detroit.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Now, here is Hill. And there's the pass to Connaughton. It's back to Hill. Here's VanVleet. Makes it off the glass. VanVleet's got his first points of the night.
Love the strength on that drive by Fred VanVleet. He is tough and he's aggressive.
And now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second quarter. High post Lopez. 6 to shoot. Pass to Connaughton. It's blocked. Here's the break. Over in the corner, Gasol. Those 3-pointers off the mark. Bucks leading by 6. Here's Connaughton. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Well, Greg, when you were in New York, you were on a super team of sorts. Compare that to the super teams they're forming now in the NBA.
We've always had super teams. And this misnomer that this is something that's just come about with this era is, to me, absurd. You've always had it. The difference nowadays is I think the players have more say in where they go. And they can orchestrate how a team is constructed, but it's always existed. And the reality is this: you become a super team when you win a lot.
Sure.
And that's what really dictates how super your team is.
Looking at who's out there now for the Bucks. Williams, he's checked in for Lopez. Korver comes in for Pat Connaughton. And Wesley Matthews subbed in for Dante DiVincenzo. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
I'm not sure the defense affected that shot. That was just a blown gimme.
That's in, and the Milwaukee lead is cut down now to just 2 on the basket from Kyle Lowry.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Now, here is Hill. Shot clock at 5. And it's blocked by Ibaka.
Great defense by Serge, a tremendous athlete, blessed with insane length and leaping ability.
Count it.
And boy, has he picked it up since the start of the second. His shots now starting to fall.
And as he gets deeper into his career, Serge Ibaka's shooting continues to improve. What a great job he's done of changing how he scores.
It's very impressive because a late bloomer Serge Ibaka has been on the offensive end. Let's look at last season, his highest point per game average, and he's in his 11th NBA season. That still has great efficiency on the offensive end, but sometimes he's overlooked as a scorer on this team.
And the Raptors call time here. Davis is checked in for Toronto. Still ways to go between now and the three-point contest, but it's always fun to talk about it. Let's see who has the best shot to earn a spot in this year's event.
And maybe this list changes between now and All-Star Weekend, but I don't think anybody would be disappointed if it stays exactly the same as it is right now.
And you look at Lowe, and it's him all alone atop the voting. It's pretty much a done deal that he'll be showing off his long-range skills in the three-point contest.
Yep, and he's going to be scary to have to go up against if he's on that day. Nobody can shoot it like he can when he gets in a groove.
And as the votes keep pouring in, we'll keep you updated on any changes to that list. It looks like we're going to have quite a group.
And you talk about the ultimate marksman's list here, Kevin. Maybe this will be the year somebody gets that perfect score.
Davis, the pass to Boucher. Lowry against Hill. 2 points. That one goes.
Timeout, timeout.
Lowry's got 9.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. They come into this one having outplayed the Magic last game.
Yeah, they were able to maintain focus in a hostile environment, and that led to taking shots that made sense.
Rarely frazzled. They play with a pretty even temperature, in my opinion, throughout this entire game.
And if you foul Middleton in the act, you may as well chalk the point up. He's always been a very consistent free throw shooter.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. And Lowry will bring it up for Toronto. They trail by 6. Inside, and Ibaka slams it in.
Wow, that was a nice athletic roll out of the screen. Ibaka moves with tremendous ease.
There's 37 seconds left in the second quarter. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
I mean, he is tearing the defense apart, and let's face it, they have not brought their A game on that side of the ball.
Bledsoe against Lowry. Bucks leading by 6.
Gotta run the clock and wait for the last shot.
Yes, you do, but it's a dilemma. If you get a great look earlier in the clock, do you take it?
Davis kicks to Ibaka. There's Boucher. Good D by Lopez.
Needing right at the rim. He typically converts in those situations. Not this time.
And so we conclude the first half. All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to...
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back. A tremendous game we're seeing from Giannis Antetokounmpo. He had 25 points, 3 block shots, and 6. And that...
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. You look at Antetokounmpo, and this game has been everywhere.
As impressive as the block totals are from him early on, they don't even tell the whole story. He's changed countless others.
Yes, defensively, what they've done, they funnel people his way and banking on his ability to intimidate.
The backcourt comprised of Bledsoe and Matthews. Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. And it's Lopez in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the 5 on the floor for the Bucks. Now, here's Lowry. Chris Middleton unable to get his last shot to go. Davis kicks to Lowry. Now, here's Boucher. D right on him. Lets it go from deep. A shot by Lowry, no good. Bucks leading by 6. Here's Giannis. And the jam by Antetokounmpo.
Watch out. Antetokounmpo might be soft-spoken, but he's got a mean streak when it comes to attacking the hoop.
After shooting 38% from the field, a pretty weak showing for them. Outside for Lowry. And it's off from three-point range. The Bucks shooting 43% from the floor. And down it goes. Dunked through off a wonderful assist.
And I tell you, Antetokounmpo's evolved into one of the better passing forwards in our league. And when the defense is focused on you that much, you need to be able to find the open man.
Now, here's Boucher. No points in the game yet for him. Davis, the pass to Ibaka. It's in there. Davis with the assist.
Powerful move. Ibaka with the natural explosiveness to finish through contact.
Bucks have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Picked away. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off. And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
OG Anunoby out of Indiana. He was the 23rd pick in the 2017 draft. Another great draft selection that day. Slipped due to injury concerns, but he's been great.
Milwaukee. And Smitty, with OG Anunoby, he has a very high ceiling with what he can become.
Greg, OG Anunoby can impact the game on both sides of the ball, which is fantastic. He's a solid defender, and with the ball in his hands, he's very smart, making good decisions. This team is very excited to see his development. Very cold start to the second half. 1 for 5, looking for some continuity. He's given a great lift to this offense tonight. Very, very efficient.
Toronto calls timeout. Greg, you've always said to have a winning team, you need franchise players. Talk about the specific qualities you look for in those superstars that can catapult a team to greatness.
It's a great question, Kevin. Talent really isn't enough. You know, whether you lead vocally or by example, the agenda has to be winning, and your best players really define who your team is going to be. So the franchise caliber player is a much-needed asset.
Van Vliet, and the rejection by Giannis. Feeds to Hill. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Van Vliet finds Ibaka. There's Hollis Jefferson. A rebound by the Bucks. At the conclusion of this game, they're off to Minnesota where they'll take on the Timberwolves. That'll be game 1 of a 4-game road trip.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
And he's got his first free throw of the game. Both good from the line that time. Oh, Van Vliet, ways to get back into it, but they've got some time.
The tendency can be to really rush or push the game, and they need to avoid that.
Now here's Van Vliet to stop the run. Whistle blows, bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
He has slimmed down a lot from his rookie season. Marc Gasol still strong enough to power through contact.
Toronto shooting their first foul shot of the night. And here's Hill, who will bring it up for the Bucks. Since halftime, they've only allowed 5 points. Outside, Antetokounmpo. It's back to Hill. No good from outside. Raptors trail by 12. Knocked loose. Lopez against Gasol. Here's Connaughton. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. And 2 free throws coming up as the whistle blows. He barely missed that one. They get Marc Gasol.
Man, with that skill set at 6'11", Giannis might be the toughest guard in the league.
And the Raptors making a change here. Davis has checked in. Toronto's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Passes to Hollis Jefferson. Van Vliet attacking. And Davis wide open. He shoots. And the Raptors miss again. Milwaukee leading by 14. Antetokounmpo with the ball. He's got 21. Here's Lopez. Good, and the assist goes to Giannis. Giannis has got 3 assists tonight.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Now here's Powell. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. The Raptors have gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line.
And when you look at their numbers from a season ago, 80% as a unit, that's something you'll be happy with.
Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Ilyasova's checked in. Williams comes in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Chris Middleton's checked in for Pat Connaughton. And it's Korver in for Hill. Now here's DiVincenzo. There's a minute left in the third. Williams from outside. No good. And Toronto will come the other way. They host the Kings after this game. That game is the first and last of their homestand. Van Vliet passes to Powell. Outside for Gasol. Pocket 6. Raptors move the ball around.
He's heady, he's unselfish. All Van Fleet does is make winning plays.
Gasol with the steal. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And finished off by Davis.
Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
And I just love it when the fast break results in a high percentage look. Not always the case these days.
Now here's DiVincenzo. Beat the shot clock, but it's off the mark. And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. Their defense has been active. Head coach Mike Budenholzer is mic'd up along the sideline.
Let's get a stop. Let's play out of motion. Let's run them. Let's play at our pace. Let's go. Defense on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Looking to play at their tempo. Mike Budenholzer really wants them to assert themselves, trying to dominate this next stretch.
Yeah, I mean, his energy is up there, hoping his team's energy is just as high. They may push every chance they get.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. 4th quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. So for Toronto right now, and Van Vliet out there with Lowry. Then it's OG Anunoby. Then there's Chris Boucher. And it's Powell in at the 3, this whole forward. They get it back. Lopez with the bucket. Lopez has got the 4th quarter started here with a bucket for the Bucks.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Pass to Van Vliet. Here's Lowry. Misses off the left eye.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
His rhythm, it's been way off. The goal now might be to get him something easy at the rim so he can just see the ball go in through the net, and that helps.
And just about every one of Middleton's shots is a smart one. Even from mid-range, he's not going to force anything.
Powell with it. Williams picks him up. Good D by Bledsoe. Bucks leading by 14. To the middle. Here's Lopez. Misses from short range. Toronto, they've gone 0 of 3 to start the 4th quarter. Lowry feeling it out a bit. Now the pass to Van Vliet. 6 on the shot clock. Count that one.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
The Bucks have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the 4th quarter. Back to Bledsoe. The dish to Middleton. Releases. Good, and Bledsoe gets the assist. Middleton's got 4 points in the quarter.
And this is Middleton's game. He's thinking of shooting it even before the pass hits his hands.
And the Raptors call time here. Greg, as a point guard, you must have had so much fun being surrounded by so much terrific talent at UNLV.
You know, Larry Johnson, Stacey Augmon, I mean, I could go on. And you're right, I was blessed to play alongside these guys. They were incredible talents, finishers. And, you know, you don't always appreciate it going through that moment, but the fact that we're all still close and stay in contact, man, what an awesome experience to be a part of that team.
Chemistry must have been off the charts on that team.
It was, and we had a lot of personalities, man. It was a different era back then, but I tell you, again, I wouldn't trade that experience for anything.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, I was able to listen in on what Nick Nurse told his team. He said, do you want this game? Don't tell me about it. Show me and show your teammates. We've got to play better, and we've got to play harder if we're going to come back.
Thanks, David. Lowry's shot is good.
And really, Lowry has made his career off delivering through contact. Really one of the strongest point guards in this league.
High post Lopez. He kicks to Antetokounmpo. Oh!
Yes! And guys, that's not as easy as he made it look. You've got to have some skills to pull that off.
Well, he's got plenty of those, that's for sure. Outside Lowry. Stolen by Middleton. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Kyle Lowry picks one up there.
And really, from second-round pick to all-star, Middleton's story inspirational. Yet even now, it feels like some people continue to sleep on him.
Terrence Davis, he's checked in for Toronto.
Money from the stripe. He does a great job night in and night out.
Pass to Van Vliet. We've got 1:55 left in the fourth.
Timeout. Explosive leaping ability allows him to play the 5, even though he's a little undersized.
Timeout called, the Bucks. They lead by 14. 1:53 left in the fourth quarter of this one. And let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And guys, it's been a rugged brand of defense he's played. I don't know why they keep taking the ball at it. It seems like every time they have, he's come up with the rejection. And with every block, he's only gotten more and more fired up.
And now we can see that when he's at his best, they are a very dangerous team. Going up against the defending champs and getting the job done.
And there's a level of toughness to Bledsoe's game. He doesn't back down from getting in there and mixing it up with the big fellas.
And he can't hit the second. Greg, the NBA under Adam Silver has been aggressive, looking for ways to enhance the product in its game. Where do you fall on that point? Push the envelope, or don't rock the boat, or maybe somewhere in between?
I think it might be somewhere in between. These days, people's attentions can be pulled in so many different directions. I think they're smart to not rest on their laurels and to continue to try to evolve, but with that evolution, sometimes it's not going to come over as well as they would like. But I'm a fan of some of the experiments, I should say, that we've tried thus far, and I hope the league continues to push the envelope.
That's a good thought. Davis again with the block.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Greg protecting the rim. Love the hustle. And it's a completely new group for Toronto. 58 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Johnson in the corner. And again, Toronto no luck. Milwaukee with the ball. And here's Giannis. From deep three-point range, sinks it. What range from outside. Wow.
Taking no chances. They go on one last run to seal the deal.
Not messing around at all. They were focused, relentless, and they got the job done.
And it's out of bounds. They say last touch by Bledsoe. Middleton against Miller. Ibaka down low, and that one is off. Good D by Lopez. Now, Antetokounmpo. Kicks to Middleton. Off target.
What do you love about Serge on this end? Has the last.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up, folks. Now for Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge. This is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA here on 2K Sports. So long.